Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at part number 57 from our flat parts intermediate shapes. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, back into the program. And now when it comes to part 57, this is quite a tricky part in my opinion. It is also known as kind of like the triangular shape. And yeah, just a few of these values that is quite important. And the way it works is also slightly different. So if we go to the flat parts here, and then we go here to P57, I'm just going to zoom in so we can quickly look at what we've got here. Now from the values, you can see we've got a few different. We only have 4 to choose from, but at the bottom here we can see 0 and 0. This is your origin point, so this is where the shape's going to start from, and then these other values are relevant to that. So that is something to keep in mind, is quite important. And also you will notice that you don't just set the actual length of a flat surface, but you have to set kind of the X and the Y. So if we look on top here, we can see for point 1 here, we've got an X and a Y. So what that will mean, if we set the X, so I'm going to go here to X1. So this will be the X value. So I'm going to make this 100. So it's sideways 100. And then how high do I want to make it? I'm going to make it 150 high. And then next up here, we've got the next two values, X and, or X2 and Y2. Now, the X over here, I'm going to set this to 200. So I want it 200 sideways. And the Y, I'm going to leave 0. I don't want to lift it. So I want to leave it on the bottom plane. Now, let's have a quick preview. And as you can see here, we've got a nice little triangle. Now, obviously, if you, let's say, want to lift the bottom, then you can add a Y here. I'm going to go something like 20, so we can just see. Now you can see the bottom's being lifted. But now keep in mind, you're going to have to compensate the other points. Move this one sideways and perhaps a bit up to get it nice and accurate. So I personally, I like to leave the Y on 0. Should I say Y2 on 0? So that way, like I said, I've got a nice flat plane at the bottom. Now also keep in mind, if you set these two values the same, it also tends to give you an error. Then also if you set if you don't add both the top ones for the Y, you'll also get an error. So just make sure you have at least the top 3, and then also obviously your measurements will be relevant to the angle and so forth. So I'm just going to keep this one on X 100, Y1 150, and X2 200. Say okay, let's add one of these and then add the shape to our cutting plane. Here we go. Now we've got a little triangle. Like I said, in my opinion, this one is a little bit more trickier to work with, but if you have the measurements beforehand, you should find it quite simple. But otherwise, yeah, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.